Why do children who witness violence often become violent themselves, while those raised in peaceful environments tend toward cooperation? For decades, psychologists believed learning happened through direct experience. You touch a hot stove, you get burned, you learn not to touch hot stoves. But in the 1960s, a Stanford psychologist named Albert Bandura was about to shatter this fundamental assumption and revolutionize our understanding of human behavior forever. Bandura's insight was deceptively simple yet profound. We don't just learn from our own experiences. We learn by watching others. This revelation, which he called social learning theory, emerged from one of psychology's most famous and controversial experiments, the Bobo doll studies that would change everything we thought we knew about how humans acquire new behaviors. Picture this scenario. Children are brought into a playroom where they observe an adult interacting with an inflatable clown doll named Bobo. Some children watch the adult play peacefully with various toys, ignoring the doll entirely. Others witness something quite different, the adult attacking Bobo with startling aggression, punching, kicking, and shouting phrases like "sock him in the nose." Later, when these children are left alone with the same doll, something remarkable happens. Those who observed peaceful play tend to engage calmly with their environment. But those who witnessed aggression don't just become slightly more assertive. They replicate the violent behavior with stunning precision, often using the exact same words and movements they observed. This wasn't simply imitation. Bandura discovered something far more sophisticated was occurring. The children weren't mindlessly copying behavior like biological machines. Instead, they were engaging in what he termed observational learning, a complex cognitive process involving attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation. They had to pay attention to the model's behavior, retain that information in memory, possess the physical capability to reproduce the actions, and feel motivated to perform the behavior based on expected outcomes. Bandura's theory introduced a revolutionary concept called vicarious reinforcement. Traditional behavioral psychology suggested you needed to experience consequences directly to learn from them. But Bandura proved that simply observing someone else receive rewards or punishments for their actions could be equally powerful in shaping behavior. Children who watched the aggressive adult get praised for attacking Bobo were more likely to replicate that aggression than those who saw the adult face negative consequences. This discovery fundamentally challenged the dominant behavioral theories of B.F. Skinner and others, which portrayed humans as passive recipients of environmental stimuli. Bandura demonstrated that people are active processors of information, capable of learning complex behaviors without ever performing them directly. We could acquire new skills, attitudes, and emotional responses simply by observing others, what he called models. The implications were staggering. Social learning theory explained how children develop language not just through correction and practice, but by listening to conversations around them. It illuminated how cultural behaviors transmit across generations, how professional skills transfer from mentors to apprentices, and why media representation matters so profoundly in shaping social attitudes. Bandura identified 4 essential processes in observational learning. First, attention. We must notice the behavior and find it interesting enough to focus on. Second, retention. We need to remember what we observed, often by forming mental images or verbal descriptions. Third, reproduction. We must possess the physical and cognitive abilities to perform the behavior ourselves. Finally, motivation. We need reasons to actually perform what we've learned, whether through anticipated rewards, avoiding punishments, or achieving personal satisfaction. The real-world applications of social learning theory transformed multiple fields simultaneously. In education, it explained why demonstration and modeling are such powerful teaching tools. Students don't just learn mathematics through drill and practice. They absorb problem-solving strategies by watching teachers think through complex equations aloud. In therapy, it provided the foundation for techniques where clients observe others successfully confronting their fears, proving that courage and coping skills could be learned vicariously. Perhaps most significantly, Bandura's work revolutionized our understanding of media influence. If children could learn aggression from a few minutes with a Bobo doll, what might they absorb from hours of television, movies, and now social media? His research became pivotal in debates about violence in entertainment, and continues informing discussions about online behavior, cyberbullying, and digital citizenship. Social learning theory also laid groundwork for Bandura's later concept of self-efficacy, our belief in our ability to succeed in specific situations. By observing others overcome challenges similar to our own, we develop confidence in our own capabilities. This principle now guides everything from athletic training to addiction recovery programs. The theory's elegance lies in its recognition that humans are inherently social beings who learn not in isolation, but through constant observation of the social world around us. We are walking libraries of observed behaviors, constantly updating our repertoires based on what we see others do and what consequences follow. Today, as we navigate an increasingly connected world where we observe more human behavior than ever before through screens and social platforms, Bandura's insights remain remarkably relevant. His work reminds us that we are always both teachers and students, constantly modeling behavior for others while simultaneously learning from everyone around us. Subscribe to Psychology. Theories Explained for more insights into the minds that shaped our understanding of human behavior.